All right, another solved mystery which conventional bullshit science cannot explain to you accurately because they don't understand that we're living inside the concave cellular Earth and there is a glass sky above us. And there's probably a couple glass spheres within the Earth. Blood red moons. Blood red moons. Why do we see blood red moons? This is what they'll tell you. Bullshit, of course. They're going to tell you that the atmosphere alone, just the air in the atmosphere and the decreasing density of the atmosphere as you get up, or whatever they say here, is going to cause the redness that we see on a blood red lunar eclipse moon, which is bullshit. Let's see, what do they say here? There is circular ring around Earth, the ring of our atmosphere through which the sun rays pass. Sunlight is composed of a range of frequencies. As sunlight passes through our atmosphere, the green to violet portion of the light spectrum is essentially filtered out. The same effect, by the way, is what makes our sky blue during the day. Meanwhile, the reddish portion of the spectrum is least affected. Well, see, they don't simply understand. When you're looking through glass prisms, you're going to get the dividing up of the light into the colors. And which end of the spectrum is going to be bent the least? That would be the red end. The red end, red is about 700 nanometers, 730 or 80 or something like that. It's not going to be as refracted as much as the other end. The violet end of the spectrum will be like 400 nanometers. So red is not going to be refracted as much as the other colors when light is shining through glass. Okay, that's all you have to know. So I go into Illustrator here, and I kind of revise my propagation of light in the Earth diagram, where I have the sunlight on the top, emanating around like that. We have this apple zone area of illumination, and it creates, on the other side, a convergence, the Gegenschein, the anti-solar illumination. I call it the darkness funnel, where it leaves a funnel-shaped void area, which is circular when looked at it straight on. So we have this moon right here, all right? And it's passing through that area during the equinoxes when it's not above or below that funnel. It's going to be filtered out because look at the red. See, the red is bending the least out of all the colors. You got the whole spectrum here. So on the opposite end of the spectrum, the violet and the blues, they're going to bend a lot more than the reds. Or not a lot more, but significantly enough to where you're not going to see them. They're going to be knocked out. So we have our moon here, and we just simply rotate it around the center there, and that's how we get the redness. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is like, this stuff has been hidden for millennia because they didn't understand concave Earth, glass sky, visual optics that are created with glass. Look at that. We just solved why the moon turns red during a lunar eclipse. Okay? Go back to my lunar eclipse diagram here. You see that we have the darkness funnel over here, top right. So when it's going through, let's see, this is 2015, around April, I think it was April 3rd. The moon is going to simply pass through that funnel and get eclipsed. Now, obviously, I'm not showing the color separations here, but you understand. The red is not bending as much. So that's what we see. I mean, that's the only color that we see during a blood red moon. Because it's not... That wasn't Mark Sargent, by the way. Because it's not getting bent around as much. Okay? Just think about this, guys. Glass sky. Glass sky creates all these anomalies. Okay? That's why. That's the main, that's the reason why. There's no other reason. I mean, come on, think about it. If you're going to accept their bullshit answer, the top of a convex ball Earth atmosphere, well, it's just look at balloon footage, you know? When they go up high, do we see red at the top of the atmosphere? You see red here? Even though it's looking through with a fisheye lens, that's inverting. Actually, that's a good one because it's showing concavity, but you don't see any red at the top of the atmosphere. Are you kidding me? All right, here we go. Last video, I showed you why comets are happening because there's a glass sky. In this video, I'm showing you why there's a blood red moon because there's a glass sky and red bends the least. Don't tell this information to anybody. Keep it secret, okay? Don't let anybody know. All right, thanks for watching.